There was that one video I saw on TikTok where this sister was like, didn't I send you this video? Where the sister was like, there's always one house on the block that don't mess with them because
Oh yeah, that family, yeah.
there's so many of them. It's gonna be
Mhm.
she got 3 sisters or 3 older brothers or whatever. It's like
It'd
you
be the
don't
Jacksons, the
it's
Colemans, the Freemans.
you know what I
There's
mean? It's
like
gonna be a whole bunch of people gonna come out the house to defend that person. So just leave them alone.
leave them alone because the
And
brothers, the sisters, the cousins,
you
everybody's pulling
didn't
up.
know that posting a picture of Tiny would I didn't remember Ti and Tiny in their blended family have 7 children, right? They have 3 together, but there's 7 in their whole family. So there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people when you diss Tiny, a lot of people are coming out the house like, "Oh, word? What's up? What's up now?"
As it should be, but we were talking about this before we went live. We are live, everybody. Like and subscribe. But before we went live, we were talking about this. This is unprecedented. Like
a family beef like this.
Family just like it's like Family Feud with hip hop and the entire family showing up, which is also it's showing and proving the statements that T.I. said in the right one, right? Saying that this is a family, I have family, and this is my flex. And then it's like, look what that means. You know what I'm saying? Because these are grown men at this point too, his kids. So they're making their own decisions. They have their own artistic careers.
Some of them. I don't know how many are grown men, but they're
adults. They're young adults. That's the point.
Young adults.
Young an adult's an adult, right? So they're not teenagers. Someone
they're
that's 20 something. Yeah, they're not teenagers. So what I mean by that, because we're okay calling people, we'll get into that. Either way, these are young adults. So they have their own agendas, their own spaces, their own thoughts, their own perspectives, and they have to stand up for themselves as well. And that's what's happening right here.
I mean, look, if this was like, a TV show or whatever, and T.I. is doing the traditional straight ahead rapper response to being dissed, and King is doing the wild YN curveball night move. Like, wait, what? You're dancing on his mother's grave with a T-shirt of her? Like, you're nuts.
Wow.
Like,
nuts.
He's like the O-dog of the cruise. Like, he's right, because Domani also is like straight ahead fire rapper response. And then King, and then King is all
response, right?
King is all twisted, like, like dig that bitch up. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
The people are saying it's like every single kid is like a different part of T.I.
Right.
It's like you got the like cerebral part, the turn up nigga, you got every single part of him dissing.
What the sister was saying that Domani is like T.I. Yeah, because he's gonna give you those big words and give you the big thoughts, right? And that's who he developed into. And King is like Wild Tip, who'll just punch you in the face for no apparent reason.
Just is ready for it. It's crazy. You know what it's like when I think about it too, just musically. This is the closest. This has nothing to do with quality of talent or anything like that. But there's no other. What hip hop family is there? Let's think about that.
Who could do this?
No, is a hip hop family in general.
Is there a hip hop family in general?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like the Simmonses, right? Like Ron was doing his thing, and like he had 2 of the kids were trying to become rappers.
Diggy was doing something for a little bit, and the son.
I mean, not. I mean, we could talk about talent, but like he had. I mean, there's a couple of people who have 1 or 2 children, usually boys, who are trying to be rappers too.
Who else is a
Ghostface got a kid in it? I believe something's telling me Nate Dogg's son.
But I'm talking about here's a difference. I'm talking about unity and hip hop family, not like this person. You know, when you go, this person and this person's also trying to get to the league. It's the same way that you got like all stars in the NBA or people who played and their fathers have played, but then there's like Steph Curry, right? That's like a different. And there's never really been, I think, like a superstar and then a superstar son. like yet in the NBA. Let's say that.
Well, the Harrises aren't that, but they are the largest hip hop family we have ever seen.
At least that.
More people who could rap and sing in this family than anyone else. Because we even talked about Heiress, and I was like, wow, like the
She flipped that
baby.
Lion King song.
Right? Can you play that for like the one person who hasn't seen it and the 1,000 people who want to see it again? Because that was the freaking cute. And like, even the baby is like, yeah, what's up? What's up? Like, I want to know like how the information was received in the house, that they're all like, the way they all come back, like, fuck you, nigga.
You gotta date with my mama, cause I say so. If you put your paws on my mama, you make the class of her data. Those are the laws for my mama. Hold up. I dare you to say that again to my face. What did you say about my mama? You know I don't play about my mama. You
like, what can you say about that? At that point, what are you gonna do? Like, what are you gonna do about any of this at this point? It's kind of just done. It's just done.
It's a lot. Like, it's a lot.
There's nothing you could really do about any of this. But yeah, I'm just what I'm trying to say. It's like hip hop Marley family in the size. Like everybody, every Harris is available for this. It's like every single Harris, and I think it's beautiful, especially like with him coming back into music. Domani's running strong, creating his own music career. Like it's bubbling. He has his own music career. King as well, and it's like, and then Messiah did the rock like diss to him, like 2 quarters. What's 2 quarters? It's just 50 cents. Like it's, I don't know. Like, what do you do? Like, how do you even respond to this?
I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, you should have left the nigga alone. Like, you didn't have to go down this road. If you hadn't posted the picture of Tiny, then it stays just him and T.I. It's just mano y mano. But your trolling got you into finding out the consequences of your actions and going too far. And like, that is a generally agreed upon rule that we're not going there. Now, sometimes in war, we go past that point, but you weren't really prepared for the consequences, and having 7 songs dropped on your head by multiple generations.
The grandbabies, everybody's coming out.
You know what I mean? And like 0 songs back. Like, it's really, truly embarrassing to have 0 songs to say in return. You have to say something. You can't let this pass. And you said nothing.
It's full on snowing outside. I just looked at it and I'm like, that's crazy. But for over here, I don't know how it is for y'all. Y'all already got a whole bunch.
Yeah, we good.
But I agree with you in that it's embarrassing, but more not so much embarrassing, but like what it shows to me is that someone that doesn't really care about like the culture or music, you know, it's not about that at all for him, where it's like you don't care, you have to not care about it to be able to be so dismissive of it. You know what I'm trying to say? Like you can't just be like, oh, which to me is a negative thing. That's a problem for you to not have any care or an investment in hip hop when someone like, and you're an MC, right? If you consider yourself that, why is this nothing to you when you were supposed to be battling in such way? Same thing with the verses thing. But, you know, or you could have just simply said, to me, I'm like, anybody who cares about it and is at a high level just says that it's not worth it for me. Doesn't try to belittle the person in that sort of way or come at it from a whole different angle, like Jay-Z. Jay-Z goes out and says, nobody can see me in a verses. I don't think that's true. I love Jay-Z. I don't think that's true. I don't think his catalog that. Yeah, I mean, you and Jay-Z got a whole thing. I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what's going on.
I just lived through it. Every Reasonable Doubt, through all of it, like in real time.
He wasn't
and
on
like,
top when Reasonable Doubt came out. So what are we talking about? He was not on top.
Not on the first album, but I'm saying like I lived through the whole Jay-Z movement.
I got that you lived through it, but we're talking about a verses, and you take catalog to catalog. But we already went through that. But anyways, we already went through that. But obviously, he's probably the hardest to beat. But it was simple for him to just be still like he still was cared to enough to say, yeah, I'm like the best. I would destroy people in that situation versus trying to like belittle the concept of a versus. You know what I'm trying to say?
You're saying that's what 50 did.
That's what 50's trying to be like, I'm Tyler Perry. Why would I care about you rapper niggas? Like you are, but that art form doesn't mean anything to me. That's what I'm getting from this response, not you individually. You know what I'm saying? It's more so everything's about the art form. It's like, and that's what T.I. was criticizing, even on the right one, when it comes to everything.
I mean, you know, it's kind of the law of the schoolyard or the block that eventually the bully is going to catch somebody who's like, I'm sick of your shit. And eventually somebody's going to punch the bully in the face. And then you're going to find out how tough he really is. Because I don't think that this does not rest on 50 trying to be the bully of hip hop for a long time. And T.I. was one of those people who were laying in the cut like, well, as long as you don't bother me, then we have no problem. But I'm not going to be bullied, not for a second. You know, like he said, I think it was in the first record, like, you're going to have to take my life because I'm never going to stop swinging. You said something about my wife. It's on forever. And, you know, to have 50 think, oh, I can kick sand on his face too. And T.I. sonically punched him in the face multiple times. And as much love as we give to the family, and as exciting as it is to see the family jump in also to the pylon, T.I. overdid what he is supposed to do as an MC. He overserved us as an MC as far as, oh, you got a problem? How about this and this and this? 3 hot records real quick on your head. You know, T.I. was like, you're not going to fuck with me, because we heard on $1 Million Worth of Game what he was really mad about, right? They had a quiet deal to do a versus, and the vibe was, I will sort of say my piece about it first. I'll jump out there first, and then you jump out there, and we'll figure out when and where and how we're going to do this. And when T.I. did that, 50 said, I don't know what you're talking about. So he's like, okay, now you're playing and you're making me look stupid because, like, I jump out here and you don't jump with me. Like, now I look like, you know, I'm stupid out here. So
now
then,
I'm gonna have all my kids go at
so
you.
then he's like, but then he's like, now I'm losing respect for you, right? Now, because of that, because of their conversation on the verses, we had a deal, and then you went back on it, and you're trying to make me look stupid in front of people. And I'm sure that it, you know, just as some of the anger around Drake rests from, you have been, you know, bad to other people also. T.I. is also standing on, you've been a fucking bully. You know, you bullied other people. It's time for somebody to punch you in the face.
And that's why initially when we did that first track, I was good. I'm like, this guy's rapping his ass off. What else? And I knew nothing is coming after this, so it's just done at that point. To me, it was done once my man hit that right one. I was good. I was like, this is done.
I mean, don't forget, this is a great offensive response. 50 is completely and permanently vulnerable to a documentary of his own. Like what he did to Diddy could very, very easily be done to 50, and he would look really bad. And like, somebody, maybe Diddy, maybe T.I., maybe somebody else is going to think, let's do it back to him. You think that Diddy or T.I. wouldn't show up in Ted Sarandos's office and say, I want to do a doc about 50? And he'd be like, no. Of course, Netflix will do that fucking doc all day long. You know, Tip is talking about he want to sell a TV show. Sell that shit. There's people who want to fucking talk about that.
There's skeletons in these people's closets. Let's just talk about that in general, especially if you've been around for so long. There's a lot of stories that are just public knowledge that can make you look crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Setting the house on fire with the ex, with the girlfriend and the baby inside. I think a lot of people just didn't hear that, or just didn't resonate how absolutely insane that is.
I had no clue of any of these these things until this battle. So clearly the word didn't get out there like that, because I had no clue until the battle. I also don't, I don't be looking for every random news item unless it's like it's hitting me on my feeds. Because when did this happen? That whole thing
years ago. The
internet times before the internet, or like?
Let me see. Let's see what we can get on that one.
But I want to talk about this while you look for that. I just want to say something.
Here we go. 1 second. 2008, a home in Dix Hills, Long Island, owned by 50 and occupied by his ex Shaniqua and their son Marquise, was destroyed in a suspicious fire. The fire occurred around 5 a.m. and 6 people, including the 10-year-old and 3 other adults, escaped the home, with some treated for smoke inhalation. The fire occurred during an extremely contentious legal battle over the house. 50 was in the process of attempting to evict her from the home. Following the fire, she said, "I know this came from 50. I know he did it." 50 denied any involvement. His representatives say he was in Louisiana filming a movie at the time. Nigga don't need to be standing there with the match. Like, why? Like, he's a street nigga. He ain't stupid.
This is what I want to talk about. That, because you're getting into news, especially old news, and that is, I want to talk about this right here. And then obviously we're going to talk about other things.
50 get off, but Easy was on Cole. I don't understand what this person is saying.
This right here. He's saying what I saw on this, and I sent it to you. This right here.
Okay.
But J. Cole watching y'all praise 50 Cent for ducking.
Well,
nobody praised 50 Cent for ducking.
Nobody praised 50 Cent for running.
He criticized this.
Started this beef with T.I., and now T.I. took it to where he's supposed to take it as an MC, and 50's posting photographs of him getting on a plane saying, "I'm leaving, y'all hurt my feelings." Like, yeah, nigga, you got stomped. But also, I was complimentary of Cole for leaving the battle. So I don't really know what is being discussed here.
Say that one more time.
I was complimentary, or at least understanding, of Cole leaving that battle. So I don't understand.
There's two different things being said there, and everything gets convoluted. Because if we're talking about rap and the battle, first of all, what Cole did is nowhere near. Cole's situation and this situation is completely different. So someone saying that this person is ducking and that's what happened. We were talking about Cole doing an apology after he actually entered a battle. You know what I'm saying? No one said that Cole ducked a battle from just not saying anything at all. Because people have done that plenty of times in hip hop before anybody. Yeah. J. Cole didn't just, hey, I'm staying out of this.
But Cole didn't start that.
Either way, we have to make that delineation that Cole, the criticism on Cole is an apology, not a ducking without any, not a dismissing, because you can look at dismissing and ducking differently. An apology is very different. An apology means that, hey, I did something and I'm sorry that I did that. That's what apology. You jumped out somewhere. That's a different whole conversation that certain people have an issue with when it comes to MCing. Who cares? This is completely different. This is me throwing a rock and hiding your hand.
Yes. Yeah, 100% that. It's definitely, it's almost literally throwing a rock and hiding your hand.
That's
Yes.
What's popping? What happened? I don't want to get into this.
I mean, that you dissed a rapper that you're dissing rappers on Instagram is so corny. Like, if you're not going to say something either in an interview or on a fucking, on a song, what are you doing? I mean, that's how my kids communicate. Like, what are we talking about? That whole part of it is bananas. But Denise is talking about why do we continue to give 50 space in the culture? He doesn't respect it. Throw that up on the screen.
50's, yeah, I'm gonna put it up. 50 Cent has space in the culture because he created and earned the space and moved the thing. Even T.I. said that when he was talking about the verses, that 50 Cent did a lot that opened doors for a lot of people in the culture, whether you
he opened the door quite wide for himself. I mean, like,
and a lot of people came through. Literally that S. Carter doesn't happen without 50 Cent having that sneaker deal. So Eminem's immense career and global appeal then brings in 50 Cent. 50 actually takes that. Not every rapper under Eminem was able to use Eminem's celebrity and his global appeal, right? 50 actually did that, which made all these other rappers get looked at.
But also 50 became so big that he occupied a pop cultural space, like beyond a hip hop space. So there's a lot of people who know who he is and are interested in what he has to say, who are not necessarily into hip hop or not into hip hop all the time. So when he wants to pop out with this sort of diss of somebody or an endorsement, because he's still, good for that, it still resonates with a lot of people. He's still the sort of guy who like has a high Q rating and would get like a lot of impressions, and like he will say the trolly thing which will get attention. So he has always known how to get attention for himself. I mean, the rollout of his first album is a legendary example of a rapper marketing himself like amazingly. Like everything you should do, he nailed, from creating beef with Ja Rule before he actually started. So he comes in on beef. There's this amazing story about, I got shot 9 times, which everybody knew about. That symbolized something about him. He's standing beside Dr. Dre and Eminem, so like he must. And even in the club, the song starts with the chorus, a hammer hook, right? But a chorus. And how often I've talked about more songs should start with the chorus, right? And it's generally most songs start with the verse, especially most hip hop songs, and then get into the chorus. And there can be something quite powerful in starting with the chorus, especially when you have a hammer hook. That song starts with the chorus, and then it has a hammer hook, and then he's singing the happy birthday song just to throw in a third. So he's giving you 3 hooks, and the song isn't even 30 seconds old. It's like everything that you need to do. Plus, he played the mixtape game brilliantly. He gave away 4 albums worth of material in mixtapes.
He changed mixtapes in general. So people try to say why he had a space and all like that. Forgive me, man. I'm getting over being sick. But why he had a space, it's like he earned and created that space. Whether what he did with that, how he improved the culture or anything like that, positive, negative, that's different. What he actually did is just legacy and history. He opened a lot of doors and changed a lot of things when it comes to hip hop, music business, culture, and all these things. So that's there, and that's the reason why it's just hard to take down somebody that huge. Like, you're talking about an icon. You know what I'm trying to say? It's hard to like attack that thing when people are fans of him for no reason. There's like people who are just fans of 50 Cent, that are not even fans of hip hop. So
let's do one bit of housekeeping. As somebody in the comments pointed out, and I see this elsewhere on the internets, that Messiah did not actually do a rock song. That's
I said it sounded like it. Yeah.
So he didn't. We thought that was part of it, and we hyped that up, but that was not really real.
Yeah, we listened to it before this. That's why we weren't going to play it, because I said it might be AI, is the way it sounded. But thank you for clearing that up. I have some other start things, but people are two topics in here that people want to do. We did have that Jay-Z versus Ye stream where we did the verses, right? They want that round 2 because I think we were supposed to do. Was it Jay-Z versus Kendrick? We did.
I think we did Jay-Z versus Kendrick. We could do Jay versus who you want to do.
Kanye.
Oh shit, nigga. You know, but you know what? We could do that. We could do that this week.
No, I think we did Kanye and we didn't do Kendrick.
No, I think we did Kendrick because the audience was maybe it was Kanye because the audience was doing some crazy shit. I feel like it was Kendrick. We should know our own show. Screw would know because he was all in the mix too. Because the audience was doing some crazy. I think it was Kendrick because the audience do some
Here you
crazy
go.
shit.
Oh, my bad. It says right here. These guys keep. I'm trying to click it, but these they comment do that. Pretty sure it was Ye
and Jay.
So it was Kendrick and I'm pretty sure it was that. Either way, we'll go back and look and whoever we didn't do. But either way, Jay-Z lost that battle according to the audience.
Yeah, because there was some. I remember it was it was some ridiculous decision. There was a bunch of ridiculous decisions that I was like, whatever. We have to have some better judging because there was shit that there was even shit that you were like, okay, whatever.
Hey, the crowd. That's how a battle works.
Phase 2 was like, all right, y'all, whatever. But at least 3 that were like early on that were like, okay, sure.
Another thing about the shoe deal thing. Go look at an interview with Steve Stout talking about it. He said that like that money was supposed to be for a LeBron deal, but LeBron went to Nike. They had this money. 50 was the hot rapper that they wanted at a time, and they made it Jay-Z and 50.
Right.
That's what was told by Steve Stout. So that's how that deal worked. You could like YouTube that. And that's me just going off of an interview. Obviously, I wasn't there, so you guys could do your own research.
Torre don't like when folks don't agree with him. Who likes it when people don't agree with them?
I think when you're a well-adjusted human being, you could be okay with someone not agreeing.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't get dysregulated and like throw a temper tantrum, but like, I mean, I do like it when people.
I think you really don't like it when somebody doesn't agree.
No, I mean, like I like having an argument. I just like fairness in voting on such things.
Wasn't there supposed to be other judges? Yeah, there's supposed to be other judges, but we have a whole nother episode coming because Screwface got to take Toure to homie court for something. So we'll see how that is.
Homie court is a new thing that we've been talking about that we're gonna break out probably this week or next week. I actually already want to do like a second and third thing. We haven't even got to the first one. We have I want to put somebody or some idea on trial.
We got to do that. But we
didn't do the on the radar yet. Did we do that?
No, we did that. That's what the whole homie court thing was about. So the reason why you're gonna see and we're gonna talk about the on the radar freestyle and everything like that, but we're gonna have Screwface back on the show to talk about it all. But we watched the on the radar freestyle, so we'll talk about it again. And there was Nassan had that. That's what we want to talk about too. Nassan's freestyle about like slavery in the music industry. I'm gonna pull it up.
Okay.
Look at you. See, this is why they don't. This is
no. You know, you sent me Nassan's piece about slavery in the music industry.
Yeah,
and I was like, just as a piece of music, this is solid. You know, I like him. He's a good up and coming brother. Like, we'll pay attention to him. Like, I understood, although it does bother me the continued desire to make this analogy about like, being a rapper is like being a slave or being in the NFL, going to the combine, whatever, it's like being a slave. And like the analogy is so weak because like they were paid nothing. They were at the bottom of society. They had no will versus, I mean, the rapper deal is extraordinarily restrictive, but you can walk away. There is no trauma. No one is physically beating you if you're not at death row. you know, you are getting some money, you are getting acclaim, you do have a chance to be wealthy. Like there's just it's just not even like I see the NFL combine and the auction block. I see the comparison. We are just nakedly considering people based on their bodies. But these guys are having their families broken up and they're not going to make any money and their bodies become currency for other people. And these guys have a chance to make generational wealth and they are fully choosing to be there. There's no there there for what the song is saying. It's like a rapper is like a slave.
Let's watch it and then let's see what the people think.
Hey yo, once upon a time had a dream I was a slave to a man in a Manhattan building without a name. He told me when to eat shit, sleep.
The white dude behind him, that's crazy.
How to behave, things that I could and I couldn't say. On the bright
Looks
side,
like
the
Daniel
slavery actually paid. They just kept the dollars and gave me all the change. Shackled from the bones of my collar down to my waist. I was amazed because they put diamonds inside my chains.
He wasn't like
Devil
touching
warm
him.
man with a pale white face trying to change my fate. Said if we just handshake. Often he would offer me a private estate with a fountain and gate and told me you be bigger than Drake. Said he loved poor black men and he never tricked me. If anything, he gets me and only trying to uplift me. Said he had a whole bunch of money he's trying to send me. We even made a deal. He called it a 360. I never heard of it. But everything I made, he would take and always give me back a third of it. Hey, yo.
Yeah. So that's a piece of it, right? Because it's on IG and you guys could listen to it all. I listened to it all too. So so you made your piece. Your piece and your statement is that the analogy is to the reality of what enslaved people went through, right? Instead of just saying slaves, because that's like we know not the right way to do that, is to the gravity and the weight of that is just too much in regards to.
Well, I mean, we're talking about will. We're talking about economics. We're
but it's
about
also
status.
it's also it's use for the expressing of it. It's obviously shock value as well, and it's making correlations to make a point about what this specifically is, not so much more exactly what was slavery was. Do you feel like it's disrespectful? That's what I want to know.
No, I think the brother's intention is not disrespectful. I think that it is reductive to suggest that this is like slavery when you entered into it willingly, you could become rich. This does elevate your status in society, as opposed to slavery was the complete opposite on all those fronts. So it's like one of those things that people say, but there's like so little there that I'm like, please stop saying that being a rapper or a professional athlete is like being a slave.
So you didn't like Kanye's song "New Slave"? You thought that made no sense?
Am I saying I didn't like it? I do.
No, I'm talking
like
about conceptually.
I push back against anybody analogizing where we are now. And, I mean, unless you want to talk about people who are like actually enslaved, like people who are working like 3 sub minimum wage jobs and still not making any money and living like on the edges of society, like, well, that's kind of that. But like people who are having these big jobs, like, no, it's not. It's, you know, no. You know, I mean, Kanye, it's like another one of Kanye's sort of wild analogies to like make a point. Like, it's like, of course he would jump on the "we're like slaves." You know, I mean, Prince, I mean, like, you know.
That was so before that instance, but of course he would do that, right? To me, it's just a simple metaphor, especially if you start off with the verse. He's saying that once upon a time I had a dream I was a slave, right? So right there, you already got to the point of this is a dream state, right? And this is what in this dream, this is how my enslaved role is. And how he's a third of. Say it again.
You're saying this is what Nassan is saying?
Yeah, that's how he just said that. Once upon a time I had a dream.
The dream.
I was slave. Yeah. And now it's like he said he's a third. He's like, I make all this money for you, and I only get a third. So that's also a reference of a third of a person. To me, I think it's a great metaphor for what he's specifically trying to say.
But it was
360 days.
It was 3/5. So like the third doesn't really. This is the whole thing.
Cool.
It's like you're close.
No, but yeah, I think you're too tied into this idea that it's supposed to be exactly what that is. Like he's saying, like, oh, this is exactly that. No, this is how you get from that to this. Is the whole point of the statement is we came from this, and this is how they structured Black bodies in this country. This is just how it is structured now. And it's making you the correlation of how you could come from this and still be in this either impoverished situation or a trap. They're trying to put you in a certain trap to take your money. This is just a statement of from then till now. It's not about saying it's just as bad as then. That's crazy.
No, it's not that just as bad. It's not just as bad. It's just being enslaved in this country was so particularly bad that any post-slavery analogy to that, there's just too little there. It's like, it's a little tiny bit like that, but
it's not an analogy.
99% not like that. He chose to be a rapper, following your father's example. Just the will. You chose to enter into this arrangement as a rapper. Like,
why is the industry set up in such a way? And why is it so exploitative? And why is it exploitative to mainly Black children and Black youth?
That's the hip hop industry. There's a lot of white people who come to this industry also and end up in very restrictive contracts that, all record industry contracts are fucked up, right? And
3,000%. But we're talking about a whole different other pipeline when it came to hip hop music.
But there's not like a special way that they fuck the Black artists. Like,
what are you talking about?
All recording artists are getting.
So everybody gets paid the same? You think everybody gets paid the same?
No, I think all recording artists get screwed, and the whole
there is a special way that.
But the whole notion that you get
so ridiculous of a statement.
So there's a different contract for Black artists?
Yes. What the whole 360 deal comes from hip hop being more popular.
But everybody is having 360 deals shoved down their throat. Everybody's
First of all, everybody doesn't.
They're not just for Black artists, they're for everybody.
It's not like a segregation. We're not talking about just for everybody. See, you're changing the conversation again.
I'm not.
Stop stopping me. Let me finish my statement because you said yours, and I know what you said. You said that they're the same for everybody. That's what you just said. Everyone gets the same deal. Correct?
That's what I'm saying that this notion that
I just want to counter that argument. So I need to understand your argument. You can't counter my argument before.
You're saying that Black artists get a different recording deal than white artists.
Let me finish my argument because you have not let me finish my argument. You just said that. So you put that.
No, but that was the point.
No, the point is that Black artists have historically gotten different deals than white artists. So now you can't take away history. You can't look at now and then take away history and say that doesn't exist. So yes, that's like a ridiculous statement to say that Black artists get the same thing. No, because that's never been the truth before. In the inception of the music industry, Black artists got different deals than white artists. And then as culture and music moves from jazz, blues, jazz, rock and roll, funk, hip hop, it's always been a disparity. Only through hip hop we started seeing deals where people were owning their music and being Black artists. Like, obviously there was some deals here and there. I'm talking about a majority, a large group of Black artists doing that. So the factual truth is that in 1955, a Black artist would get a different deal than a white artist. What are we talking about?
Nobody was talking about 1955. We're talking about.
So that doesn't matter for now. But you think that just goes away
now, right? We're talking about recording artists now saying that we are like that, or football players now saying we are like enslaved people then. It's just so baseless. You're getting paid. Yes, it's restrictive. You get 1/3 of what you make. That's wrong. That's a capitalist exploitation. but slaves got 0% of what they made. That was the whole point of it. So if you're getting 30%,
you're talking about an analogy, and you're talking about one-to-one. I'm saying that he created a whole story as a metaphor, right? And
but
that
the metaphor is
creating,
so weak.
that doesn't make any sense because you're not letting it finish. I'm saying the metaphor's point is to say that this is where you came from and this is where we're at. Not saying this is equal to where we came from. That's the whole point.
He's sitting there with a fucking chain around his neck.
Yes.
The clear visual story is I am a slave too. You are not, sir. You are not a slave. You are able to walk away whenever you want. You are being paid. You have a restrictive, fucked up deal. And I feel for you. And that is wrong. But that's not what's going on. And there's just, I mean, this isn't even really complicated. I don't know why you're arguing the point that, like,
it's not complicated. You're making a point. You're making a point that has nothing to do with the
this is the point that I've been making, that I wish that all of us, not just Nissan, but all of us would stop
no
saying,
one could ever make a metaphor for slavery ever again.
Well, none of us are experiencing anything like slavery.
Of course not. But we're talking about a metaphor.
But the metaphor has to have multiple points of connection. It can't be like, these two things are like each other in this one time. I mean, like, if you go to McDonald's and Nobu, they both serve you food. Are they the same? No, they're entirely different. They both serve French fries, but they are, in every imaginable way, entirely different experiences, to where they exist on like different planets. So, like, to say that they are, and the difference between being enslaved and being a rapper is even greater than the difference between McDonald's and Nobu. But to say this is like that, there's just so little connection between the two things. It's like imagine like two giant yachts and they touch on one teeny tiny little bit of each other, but they're not on any other. So this is like you are connected in such a minuscule way that it is disrespectful to analogize yourself to that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm trying to say. There's a big difference between the word metaphor and an analogy, and you have an issue with an analogy. And the problem is when you say that it's just the whole food thing didn't even really make any sense, because you're like, they're both food, but they're wildly different. It's like
no, Nobu and McDonald's.
They're both food, but they're wildly different. But they're literally just food, right? So if someone wants to make that, if somebody wants to call them both food, they're just food.
No, but are they the same? Are they the same? Would you say Nobu and McDonald's are the same? No, they're vastly different in a million
but he
different
didn't
ways.
say slavery and what he's going through is the same. He didn't say that. That's not what the point of it is, because it's actually art. So I don't understand. He's using a metaphor. When you use a metaphor, you don't say that this is the same. That's not, metaphor doesn't have to be the same. So that's why I don't like what you're doing, because you're saying that it's a metaphor, but I don't like the metaphor, but you're representing it as an analogy. Those are two different things. If I say I'm a rock,
there's some difference.
I'm a rock. That's a fucking metaphor. That I am not actually a rock, Toure. I don't know if you know that, but I'm not actually a rock. That's a fucking metaphor. You can say it without a metaphor and analogy are two different things. And if you feel that's disrespectful, I could see maybe.
I think it's misguided. I don't think it's disrespectful because it doesn't come from a place of meaning to diminish or demean or reduce what the enslaved people went through. But I think
that's where I'm at.
So the intention is not there. So it's not intended to be disrespectful, but the likening of these two things is so incredibly tenuous that it's like intellectually bankrupt. It's like an idea that like seems
it
good,
is not.
There's like
it's such an old thing that's been said for so long. And then we went.
I know, and it's always fucking stupid every fucking time.
Yeah,
my friend wrote a book. My friend wrote a book about, I believe it was about the NFL, called $40 Million Slaves. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, that whole phrase does not make sense. There cannot be a $40 million slave. Like, What are you talking about?
You have a very skewed. So you're saying that, okay, so if an NFL player goes its entire life, because you're putting money as the value of where that goes.
Well, money, status, and choice, will. Are you deciding to do this or not? Plus, how you are treated when you're in the situation. If you're a football player, you are
If you come out of the
insulted.
NFL, you made $40 million and you come out the NFL and you broke and you have CTE.
Well,
Is it only that
hold on.
individual
If you
fault?
get $40 million from the NFL,
70% of these niggas is broke after they get out 5 years. Still.
not people who make 40 million, but that's not the point of this moment, right?
5 million, Toure.
No. I mean, there's a gigantic difference between how hard it is to go broke, the amount of money you make, obviously. But
no, but we're talking about the slave comment.
But a lot of NFL players are not. But absolutely, a lot of professional athletes go broke within, I think, 5 to 10 years of leaving the league. There's a significant portion that happens too.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, like, that's, there were unfortunate circumstances, bad choices, misunderstanding within your life. That doesn't, I don't understand what that has to do with anything with.
But you don't think there's structural things
and
that
we
make
used
people
you to
that
make
way?
money
So
and
say
we
if you
didn't
come
give you
from-
any. What?
Okay, so if you come from a place without financial literacy, you come from an impoverished area, everybody around you sees you as a meal ticket, doesn't care about what you actually earn. Most people are trying to get money out of you. You get into the industry that you're in. I'm not saying that there's no personal onus in this situation, but you can't recognize all the structural and systemic things that would make a person from an impoverished place with a talent get used by an exploitative system and then end up broke. And there's structural and systemic things that usher that along.
Of course.
Those are the things that we're talking about, not the personal freedom and will for that person to never decide to play the NFL, right? But then you got to think about the society around you and how it's like, oh, you have this talent, you have this gift, and they're saying you have to do this. This is the way out. This is how you do it. Now you see this is a way out. And these are more part of the structural systemic things around you. So all I'm saying in all of this is that there's structural and exploitative and systemic things for young Black youth that is different than other people in all of these industries, even if all these industries exploit everybody. And that's what he's making the relation to for the structural and systemic things of the past. That's the metaphor, Toure. That's it.
I mean, that's big words to explain what we already understood at the beginning of the conversation, but you still,
I don't think so. I don't think everybody did.
He and others continue to make this an analogy or metaphor.
All right, Toure, look at this. See, this is love. Green right and Toure right. Green right and Toure. Thank you for joining us. That's how we end the conversation. Green right and Toure right. What did my man say about Toure not liking being wrong?
No, I mean, no, I'm not mad at you. It's all good. It's all good.
Said green right, Toure right. They're asking us, are y'all going to reflect on Baby Keem's Casino? I will, because I feel like I'm the only one of the two of us.
We both listened to it. We did a show on it.
To it.
What?
I'm still listening to it. I like
a show on it.
More.
We did a show on it.
I know they just want to update. Toure, like, can we just give people?
Do you like it more now that you've had several days with it?
I do. I like a lot of the songs more that I'm listening to, and that's why I love listening to albums and music. Like, I like that Dramatic Girl joint. Good Flirt is even higher on my list, and I'm still bumping that Casino. So tickets will be purchased. Tickets will be purchased to this show. I want to see how he performs live. And then I saw, because I saw that. You ever seen Kendrick live?
Of course. Multiple times.
Did you see him on that last one, the Mr. Morale, or not?
Of course.
So do you see, did Baby Keem come out and do the Family Ties?
The stadium in Jersey where Beyonce always goes to, MetLife.
Oh yeah, you just saw him.
Yeah, well, that was a couple of years ago now, but the
DNX joint.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was supposed to go to that GNX and couldn't. But either way, I was at the Mr. Morale. I'm saying that Family Ties is just a beast still. It's live. It's just it's insane. So I want to see him do it on his own as well. Snow is
No,
sticking
I
on the.
really listened to the album. My God, people are so weird. I listen. I mean, like when it's interesting because I will listen to new music a lot at the gym because then you really are kind of like focusing on the
Mhm.
song. You're not like, because you can kind of dissociate a little bit when you're like running or whatever, bike, treadmill, whatever, salt bike, whatever, bench press, whatever.
All the things that I do at the gym, you know.
Um, so no, but I mean, like, it can be valuable to put it on and like walk away from the phone or whatever so that you can't, manipulate it. You can't push forward. You have to like listen because sometimes sometimes songs grab you right away and sometimes it takes time for them to seep into you. And I don't blame the artist when this song I got right away, that song I needed time to catch up with. That's not like the artist's fault that I didn't love the song right away. Like, so man, I think there's a lot of ways to consume it. But I mean, like, I thought I had high expectations for this. I wanted to like it. We were all rooting for you. And it just didn't hit me for whatever reason. Some of the songs did, but most of the songs didn't. But if you loved it, I love that for you.
Marty agrees with you, and Diego.
I mean, I want to
Feeling it.
say that I don't think that it's like a vote. Like if we in here vote like 60-40 it was good, bad, bad, good, whatever, then that means it is bad or is good. It's not hitting me. It is hitting Green. It's making you happier. Great. When I put it on, it's not making me happier. So I go back to Benny or whatever, Kendrick, whatever. I'm trying to go deeper on Benny right now, and I'm fucking trying to find some Jay Electronica songs I'd never heard before. And
You're answering their question. This is the thing about Homie Court and the question I think a lot of people have is like, Toure, what new hip hop albums do you even like from new artists?
From new artists, wow. Well, Larry June is big to me. I've been really listening to his album a lot. I have to go. No, my phone. I'm using my phone to record this, and I want to use my phone to broadcast this, and I want to use my phone to trigger my memory of like, what is it that I've been vibing with the last 6 to 9 months?
Larry June. I mean, well, he's talking about newish artists. People are like Larry June new. It's like, yeah, he's newer than a lot of these other artists. I mean,
as opposed to,
he's in the game now. That's what we're trying to say.
Yeah, I mean, you could say you expect me to be like, yeah, Nas came back hot. Clips came back hot. Like people I'm used to from a long time. But like, who arrived in the last 5 years? Who do you really like?
5 to 10, yeah. Because even Baby Keem's not new. If you want to like, if they wanted to criticize you by Larry June, it's like Baby Keem's been doing this for like 7 years at this point. Like,
kind of young. He's still young.
No, but 7 years in the music industry, dog. That's crazy. 7 years.
I mean, this notes that Glorilla and Megan for 2 are really defined by what they did in the last 5 years. Their rise up in the last 5 years.
Yeah.
Definitely fuck with Megan. Every time Glorilla opens her mouth, the song is hot. I like some of what Big X the Plug did. Definitely, his big joints. I mean, Little Sims and No Name and Doechii still hasn't released the album, but like we're still huge fans. We've loved everything that she's done. So these are definitely some folks who are newer. I'm just trying to remind myself.
There was and when we did the On the Radar and Nassan or whatever, he enjoyed Nassan. So some people are over in here saying that you was already ready to hate on Nassan. It's like he actually likes Nassan.
No, I fucked with Nassan.
The other guy that you like? Oh yeah, we like Ray Vaughn.
Nassan was my favorite out of that On the Radar joint. Before we talked about it, before I knew he was Proof's son and all that. I like Lil Baby. I fuck with the baby, even though, whatever. Benny and Benny Conway and West Side Gun are not brand new, but they're not old.
Yeah, they got in the rise in the 2020s, if you want to put it, but obviously they're like older styles and older artists.
It's definitely an older style for sure. I definitely obviously respond to the classic style of hip hop.
Right. There's some shit going on about what Lil Pump said to J. Cole talking shit. Do you want to see what he said?
Sure.
I want to see what he said because people were in the chat talking about it. It better not be dumb. I'm gonna blame y'all. Watch it be. Oh, it's gonna be something stupid.
Yo, how do you walk out of a club just because they start playing Lil Pump songs? Did you forget that you in Miami? You in my city, boy. You are in my city. Did you forget? Yo, how do I make J. Cole walk out of club without me even being there? Yo, you are an embarrassment to rap music, bro. Listen, like, they play Gucci Gang, I Love It, and all that shit, and you got mad? Huh.
All right.
It's my city, boy.
That's dumb, y'all. That was dumb. I don't even give a damn. So supposedly J. Cole wanted to come. Actually, no, here's another thing. I'm gonna completely ignore that because that was dumb as hell. But the thing that people been saying about J. Cole's rollout, he just dropped the video Old Dog, right? And I ain't trying to get flagged, so I ain't gonna show you it. But it's him for the song Old Dog on his album. It's him because he was driving around in that Honda Civic selling CDs, right?
Okay.
And it's him at a shop getting that Civic fixed because it broke down. So the music video is just him at the shop, right?
Like it.
For Old Dog. Dope concept. People are around here
What the Black Eyed Peas was that?
Which one of the Black Eyed Peas? Yeah. Go ahead. But I don't know anything about him walking out of that, but people are saying that J. Cole's over here cosplaying as somebody broke because he's driving around in a Honda Civic selling CDs to people. And I'm like, and they also said it was like performative. And I'm like, this nigga is a performer. Like, this nigga's out here marketing his album and he's taking it back. He made an album. I don't understand this concept.
Okay, wait a minute.
He made an album from about him, his whole career, him being 29, going back to Fayetteville and all that type of stuff. It's supposed to be his last album. He goes out to try to reach the people and actually talk with people who care about him. And back in his old Honda Civic that he may have used to have when he was younger. That's the whole concept here. And niggas is calling him cosplaying. Like he's supposed to be out here in a Bentley. But if he was out in a Bentley, people would be talking shit.
I mean, I feel like J. Cole is the kind of guy in his spirit who's like, I'm going to drive a Honda Civic, whether I got a ton or not, because that car gets me to A to B. I'm never going to have, like a ridiculous gold chain flooded with diamonds because I'm not that guy. But I could pull it out if I wanted to, but that's not who I am, right? I don't feel like the materialistic showcasing has ever mattered to him, right?
At all.
Remember when Kid Cudi was like, fuck your ice, fuck your car, fuck your house. Like, what's fly is like having a family, being a good person. Like, that's what's fly. Like, like Cole's like on that type of shit. But I want to go back for 1 second. Because saying that Cole was being performative, and you didn't say that. You were making fun of others for saying that he was being performative performative in this moment. But I'm losing the plot of what people mean by performative because I thought I knew what it was, but the more it keeps expanding, I'm like, it just seems anytime you walk out of the house, you're being performative. I'm like,
anytime somebody doesn't like what you're doing, you're being performative. That's what it is. They don't even know,
like you're being out of yourself and pretending
it's supposed to be fake. You're not. Like, oh, that's so fake. You're worth $150 million. Why would you have a Honda Civic? That's so fake. It's like,
but I want you to think of me as poor, so I'm performative.
He's performing as a, but it's not even
slang at that point. That's just what it means.
Well, it's always been just what it means. But the issue is like, one, even if you say that it is performative, it's like, yeah, you know, like wrestling is performative or anything, or like how rap
No. Wrestling is not performative. Wrestling is a performance. When you are on stage, you're performing. The person when you Green are literally not on stage, then you have a chance to be performative or authentic. But when you're on stage, there's no performative aspect.
But that nigga's on stage, Torre, is my point. He's literally marketing his album. He is on stage. That's my point. He's out. He did this to market the album.
Yeah.
It's part of the marketing. So it's like, I want to, and this is a nigga who wears regular shit. He's been about that. He's like, I don't want to put on that performance. I don't want to look that way. So when someone's looking like what you're used to, how a rapper performs, you're okay with it. But when they do this, it's like, oh, that's performative. You think these niggas is really like that every single time you see them on Instagram and YouTube?
No, of course not.
And TikTok? That's what I'm trying to say. Is like, people, however they perform their albums, how they make their little content, they are being performative. Unless you understand that it's a performance. This is the point of what I'm trying to say.
You're saying everybody on TikTok is being performative?
To the standard of what these people are talking about, I'm proclaiming that if you say this one person's performative, you must also say that person's performative. That's what I'm trying to say. Because if you turn on the damn thing and you're trying to do something, promote something or all that, you're doing the same thing. All of you people are doing the same thing.
I think that J. Cole is extremely authentic. And when he is appearing humble because you think he has a ton of money, which he does, he's just being himself. It's not performative. That's who he is. It kind of makes it hard to be yourself when everybody's like, everything you do is performative.
I don't think so. For me, when I think about it personally, it's like, I was here before the internet. So it's like, I never had like, I've always looked at people or the internet as something outside of real life, where I think a lot of people internalize the internet more so than I've like learned how to.
I feel like I have come to feel like it is a real place, the internet. I used to not think of it as a real place, and now I do think of it as a real place.
Why? It has real effects. I'm talking about internally.
Well, but there you answer the question that I will go to this place, the internet. I could go there through when I'm at home. I could, or anywhere, right? It exists everywhere. But like I go to that place by coming into social media or whatever, and then you feel yourself in a room with 10,000, 100,000 other people, and you will have emotional impacts based on the conversations and the impacts you have. Get happier, get upset, get rage baited, whatever. Like, the things that you say and do there could have a positive impact on your life. It could have a massive negative impact on your life. Like, it's not there's a period of time many years ago when you could think of the internet as not a real place, but it is absolutely a real place.
I don't believe that.
How is it not?
I believe in it as a construct, in the same way when you say something like as a social construct. That's how I see it more so. When I think about when I'm saying real, I'm saying like if you look at race as a social construct, but race is a real thing, and a whole ethnicity came from the oppressive system of racism, right? So that's a real thing with real world effects. The thing is, if I go somewhere else, it's not a natural law. It's not a natural reality. So if I go somewhere else, that can change. Same thing with the internet. This is what I mean by it not affecting me. Is like, I can go here, like there's 421 people here. They could all say Jay-Z's trash, right? I could go to 20,000 people somewhere else. Well, every single one of them is going to say Jay-Z's the greatest ever.
Okay.
So that's not a reflection of reality of what this algorithm is giving me.
Well,
It's a reflection of what this space is telling me. You're in a pocket.
yeah, I mean, you know, if you go into any city, you're going to have different experiences given what inch of the city you are occupying at that moment, right?
No, the things that are actual natural, like laws or scientific laws, and things that are actually real, though. And then there's also your human experience too that we're talking about. Like if you wake up every day and you have a family that loves you, friends, and all that type of stuff, but then and everything's great, and you're basal paid and all that, and then there's like 500 people on the internet that comment horrible things to you every day. It can affect you. It could affect you easily.
I mean, one of those people could, I mean, put a photograph on the internet that doesn't just stay on the internet. It causes you to
I'm
lose
making
your
a
job.
specific
And
case. I'm making a specific case. I'm not letting. I don't want you to change what the case is or whatever, because obviously other things can happen. But I'm saying like that could happen where those two things could be completely different things. I'm trying to say that one thing can be real everywhere in the world, right, and not be real on the internet, like flat earthers. Like that idea got expanded and expounded because of the internet. There's more flat earthers and that whole concept, right?
okay.
Whereas but this is just reality, that what it is. This is a law, it's science over here.
Okay. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think that the world is filled with people who don't believe all sorts of things and think all sorts of different sorts of things, similar to the internet. The internet is a way of them sort of finding each other, coming together, and perhaps sharing bullshit information to further deepen their sense of this misbelief. But you know, you can go on the internet and ruin your life. You can go on the internet and make your life. You can go on the internet and
3,000%.
you know, read some things that hurt your feelings, and you carry that hurt feeling through the day or through the next hour or whatever it is. Just the same way you could walk down the street and someone could say, you know, Greed, you suck. You know, and then you're like,
What is constructed is I made the
hurt my
relation
feelings
to
a little bit.
I hear you, but and I already agreed with you and said that it can affect you, right? But I was just saying that one thing is constructed and in a way based on these algorithms and for you personally, right? That's a completely different, and it's built to create a lot of these platforms, delineations and verses, right? And combativeness. It's built for that. That's you're feeding yourself into a system that has an agenda. That's what I'm trying to say. That part of it isn't real, because when you go outside, you're not feeding your emotions this agenda.
I mean,
you don't have
it's
to do
kind
that.
of, I mean, okay. I mean, you know, it's kind of like, you know, when you watch a movie, you have a feeling, and your body may believe that like somebody is actually being chased, somebody is actually being killed, and you have an emotional reaction to them being killed. Either your heart's racing or you feel sad. No actual person died, but you feel as though somebody died, and you know, and your body and your mind registers it as a deep experience. And going to see a movie in and of itself can be an experience akin to having an experience.
Yeah, but the movie wasn't real.
But it was real in that you experienced it as an experience as opposed to a movie.
Yeah,
And
but the movie wasn't real.
and that makes it real. It's fictional, but you sat in a theater and had a real emotional experience. I remember sitting in the theater watching The Matrix for the first time and being like, "Oh my god, this movie has me so opened up." Right? I remember the theater that we were in. Like I remember going to see Star Wars, like these sorts of things. You know, it does make it real. And if you're going to have a deep emotional and intellectual connection with it, yeah.
The other thing that we gotta talk about, we're at an hour right now. If y'all got any super chats, any things you want to say, shout out to Alante. Just the Sci-Hi and Cole the Sci-Hi diss to Cole.
Oh,
we
boy.
might have to do its own video.
Oh boy.
But you might have to do his own video because I didn't listen to it yet because I was like, we should listen to it together. We waited on that joint. And I don't know if he tried to put that on streaming, and if we put it on here, they're gonna flag us for having this Sci-Hi diss. So we might do that tomorrow. If y'all really want us to break it down. How'd y'all feel about this Sci-Hi diss though? I want to know. Chat. I'm gonna look for it real quick and see if it's on like Dispus.
Yo, let me say something real quick.
Go ahead.
75% of the people who win Best Actor at the Actor Awards, formerly the SAG Awards, win the Oscar for Best Actor. This is incredibly predictive. Not 100%, but Michael B. Jordan is the lead in the race for Oscar Best Actor right now. The actors are the largest group of Academy voters, and the Actors Guild, which is 160,000 people, as opposed to the Academy, which is 11,000 people, and not all of them are actors, but still, like, a large group of actors just got together and said Michael B. Jordan was the best actor of the year and Sinners was our favorite movie. There's only 5 black men who have won the Best Actor Oscar ever. And Michael B. Jordan is in the lead
to be sixth.
The 6th.
Yeah, I thought that was big. I saw that on that Netflix thing, and you the one, you know what I'm saying? But I think it makes sense. I mean, we had that whole Michael B. Jordan and I forgot my man's name, Timothée Chalamet thing, and then who else was in it? Leonardo DiCaprio's in there, and Ethan Hawke, I think, is nominated too.
Yeah, I don't think Ethan Hawke has a chance, and I don't think Warner Morrow has a chance because his movie is in another language. Academy's not going for that. And I don't think Ethan Hawke has a real chance. You know, it could be
Ryan Coogler to win that director. That's really what I want.
What'd you say?
I want Ryan Coogler to win that director award, which really what I want. I don't feel like he will.
So I've been studying all this all morning. When you win the Directors Guild and the Producers Guild, you are 90% likely to win the Oscar, right?
Okay.
To win those two together, because those two are big predictors who's going to win the big award, Best Director and Best Picture. But SAG, or formerly SAG, now the Actors Award, is best predictive of who's going to win the Actor Award. So I still think One Battle After Another is the favorite to win Best Picture, but clearly there is tremendous love for Sinners. You know, would love to see, I mean, I'd be very happy to see them get it. Obviously, it's an amazing film, rooting for everybody black. I think that One Battle After Another is going to get it. But, you know, it's exciting to see Michael B. Jordan go into the Oscars in the lead. Like, holy shit, we could be. And this would be huge for him.
What the
Who's
fuck
the Academy? Okay, that's a great question. 11,000 people who have been nominated for an Academy Award, or so it's mainly like sort of like the most decorated members of the people of the community that makes movies, right? 160,000 people are in SAG, Screen Actors Guild. That's the actors union. The Academy is 11,000 people, right? So it's very small.
Oh,
historically, what's that?
It's like the elite.
Yeah,
of the movie. Yeah,
historically, you stay in. You once you get in there, you stay in there. They have been in recent years trying to prune, trying to kick out some older members or some members who aren't really in the business anymore, people who haven't voted in a while. But as you can imagine, that would be very difficult and very political and very complicated if you want to tell somebody we want to take away your right to vote for the Oscars because you were nominated 30 years ago. Like, what the you talking about? Like, you know what I mean? People would like sue and like cause a tantrum over such things.
We got something.
Thank you, Brittany.
Call Off is one of my favorite albums of 2026. It's a cold world. Yes, I'm doing this for all the haters. Love rap. Thank you, Brittany,
Thank you, Brittany.
for that. And
you know,
had a great. I mean, it's a good start of the year with albums so far. It's a good start. Not, I'm still waiting for my favorites. You know, I'm still waiting for some supreme energy. Like I'm looking for Doechii.
Yeah, nothing has come out this year that has me sprung to where I'm listening to it over and over and over.
Yeah, months apart. But you know what I'm saying? Like I think The Fall Off is probably one of Cole's better projects from my perspective.
Do you think that it's a great project?
Like I said before, I don't like any J. Cole project. I mean, I stand on that, but that's my taste. It's just not something that I go back and listen to like J. Cole album.
Imagine looking for Doechii. We were expecting Doechii Q1 last year.
Yeah. No, I think that dude, the swollen dude, I think he's just a hater. He's been hating this whole so I think that's him hating.
I mean, we don't hate. We love Doechii. Yeah. I just don't know when that album is going to come because I'm sure she's working on it because, I don't think she's touring. I haven't seen a lot of ads. So it's kind of like, go away so we can work on this.
Yeah. I mean, we did an interview with IDK. His mixtape was dope. We had, there's IDK, there's Baby Keem, J. Cole, Don Toliver dropped, and there was some things on it that I enjoyed. There's a lot of things that drop where it's like, it's still moving. It's still moving, but we're kind of like off of that high, off of like, Tyler Creator dropping 2 albums, GNX and the Clips album. You know what I'm saying? But those are like different type of moments from different type of artists. And I think we're seeing other artists kind of build right now. And there's a lot of new artists dropping dope stuff and a lot of good songs.
I mean, I'm trying to look at what's going to be, so Jill Scott's, is Jill Scott out?
I think so, actually. If we're talking about,
I gotta look at that because she's
but
I'm just trying to see, was it so Kanye?
Oh, come on.
I'm trying to look, maybe I'm looking at the wrong.
I'm not even caring about that.
No, I'm just trying to see a list of what's supposed to come out this year.
Thing is that people don't really like. That's the thing. Like it's there's also A$AP Rocky's album.
Did you love that?
I enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed it.
How many times did you listen to it? And how long ago? And how long ago was the last time you listened to it?
Last time I listened to it, probably this weekend.
Really?
Yeah. I like music though. I'm different. I love listening to music. So
Stove God is supposed to come out with an album this year.
Stove God, yeah.
Would love to see that.
Definitely Stove God.
Some guy from Toronto's
J. Cole. J. Cole. T.I.'s album. I'm actually hype about that. I love that Let Him Know song. So I'm hype about T.I.'s album, especially if he's rapping the way he's rapping. Like I want to see what that album sounds like.
AZ Chike, maybe.
He's got some things I definitely enjoy.
Doechii, maybe.
A lot of that UK shit, the new UK shit, I rock with a lot. So I'm listening to a lot of that too when it comes to new artists. Random ones too. They just have these little songs. It's just that someone building a full-on body of work and project. That's the things that I'm missing. That's what I'm missing. I'm getting all these moments, but someone that I love their entire project, nah.
It's interesting because this says, looking at a complex list, Erykah Badu and Alchemist. That could be crazy. Love her.
Oh yeah, they dropped like a track.
And this says Big Boy. And looks like The Game is coming back. No slander. I fucks with Game. I like him.
Game always had skill, but what I was about to say, you just said something like, oh, Gnarls Barkley's supposed to be coming back like March 6th or 8th. I'm a big Gnarls Barkley fan, so I want to see what that's like.
Okay. I mean, it says maybe Young Miami this year.
Maybe. Young Miami. Now I'm like that other dude in the comments. What the fuck? You looking for Young Miami?
I mean, Beyonce could drop Act 3 this year. That would make sense.
Yeah, it could.
It could be
Oh,
a Travis
your
Scott
boy
joint
Bruno
this
Mars
year.
dropped. You didn't rock with Bruno?
I'm good. Freddie Gibbs could come back this year. I mean, all this is maybe Offset and Gunna. I keep hearing a Yasin Bey album.
Yeah.
No, that's hard. I know it's hard.
I don't know.
As much as I dislike DJ Khaled, he's probably gonna put out something this year, and there'll be at least one or two hits on it that I can't get away from listening to this, even though I really wish I want to cut out your parts and just listen to somebody catch fire on a beat.
I never listened to a DJ Khaled album in my life.
No, but you listen to the songs that he's created.
Yeah. Obviously, he's made moments in songs because of the artists on there, but like, never have I listened to a DJ Khaled.
No, we're listening for hits. There's not an album like it's.
Yeah, he's definitely but I can't remember the last time there was a hit that I like. He definitely the God Did situation. I think was that his last project.
I think God Did was last single, but there was a lot before that.
Yeah. I mean, he had all those T-Pain joints and the Lil Wayne one, I Am a Beast joint.
I mean, Megan Thee Stallion would be great. I'd be checking for her.
Never liked any of her projects either, but she's definitely has made great songs. But I definitely want to see what she's talking about. I think right now it's Doechii T.I. and that I know is coming. Doechii T.I. and a couple new rappers for me. But anything else, y'all? We about to shut down. Thank you, Brittany. Thank you, Alonte. We'll see if there's anything else anybody said.
He said R. Kelly has the best R&B discography. Like fucking Prince ain't standing right there, nigga.
But what do we define as R&B though?
Not singing. I mean, not rapping.
Because to me, there's soul, and then there's R&B, and then there's pop, and I feel like we be conflating all those things when it comes to black people. It's like if you black and you sing, it's R&B. That don't make no sense. Because I don't think Marvin Gaye is a R&B artist. I see him as a soul artist to me. It's like Motown and soul
music is a subset of R&B.
Is it a sub? I don't.
Like if you drew a tree. I mean, we're going way beyond what.
We want to go way back. Rhythm and blues.
We're going way beyond what artists think about because artists are just making music, right? But like R&B would be here, like a grandparent, and soul would be one of its children.
Yeah,
or
but
like
it's
a
not.
Like you, what part of R&B are you in? I'm in the soul music part. I'm in the funk music part.
I get what you're saying. It's just that, but R&B has changed over time to what when people are like, oh, this is 90s R&B, and people think that. So when people say R. Kelly in R&B in that time, it's that specific type of R&B that people are talking about. So trying to
So you're saying R. Kelly is the best R. Kelly? Okay. Like, I mean,
no, not R. Kelly. I'm talking about you have R. Kelly.
You're saying that Prince and R. Kelly are not in the same lane?
I don't think that's the same type of music for me.
Because Prince is more rock influenced sometimes?
No, that as well as he's more traditional, like real music. Some of these things that
R. Kelly's not traditional real music though?
Yeah. I'm saying it's program beats and sometimes not even having the same type of musicianship. Whereas I'm talking about real musicianship of rhythm and blues. You know what R&B is and rhythm and blues for me, I'm thinking about like actual musicianship and soul.
I feel like if the music
black musicianship
if the music is centered around the guitar and the keyboard and a singer, and it comes out of the tree of blues, then you're talking about R&B, right? Especially if it's on the black side, right? Like you could do those things and it's rock and roll on the white side, gentrified into whiteness, right? But like on the black side of rock and roll, it's R&B. So the things within there, Prince, Michael Jackson, Marvin
It's
Gaye,
just
R.
too wide of a
Kelly.
scope for me. That's my issue. Is that R&B is too wide of a scope when people say, because if you're saying that, if someone thinks all of it's R&B and someone says R. Kelly is the GOAT of R&B, that's the most insane statement in the world. You feel what I'm saying? Because like you said,
Well, sure.
Prince,
I
Michael
mean,
Jackson, every other black artist before basically was doing like a lot of black, not every single one.
yes.
But there's too many great black artists. So what are we talking about? So he can't be he shouldn't
Yes,
be.
I agree. R. Kelly is not the greatest R&B.
So I think they're thinking
creator.
about it more simply as in like beats, almost hip hop adjacent R&B, not like freaking the GOATs, Stevie Wonder. Like, what are we talking about?
But if you want to talk about hip hop adjacent R&B, that is a specific group. R. Kelly can be in that group. Erykah Badu can be in that group. Mary J. Blige. Maybe you put Lauryn Hill in that group if she's not straight ahead hip hop because she doesn't really rap much on music. So that's great.
Like maybe 90s style.
Maybe D'Angelo's in that. Great. But that's another subset of R&B. Say that, and then I won't talk about Prince. But when people say it all the time about R. Kelly, blah blah blah, R&B king, I'm like, Prince is right there with the guitar, not rapping. How is that not R&B? And you can't. Unlike R. Kelly, you can't say Prince is just soul music because he's an array of things. Purple Rain is not a soul album; it's more of a rock album, right?
Hold on.
Dirty Mind is more of a new wave punk sort of album, right? It's not a soul album. But when he does 1999, when he does Sign of the Times, when he does the Symbol album, these are soul music albums. Even like his first and second album, these are soul music albums. So I mean, like, he makes incredible soul music all the time. R&B is the over of that. That's like when you make funk, you make soul. They exist within the umbrella of R&B. Okay, fine.
He said 1999 is soul music. No, what I like.
Yeah, what are you saying? That's funk? You want to argue that that's funk? 1999.
I think Prince is so beyond genres. Like, it's hard. I don't want to like just simplify it. But if you want to do what you said, which I agree with, if you're like rhythm and blues, like the foundation of what black music became coming out of blues, then I can agree with you because that's just the culture of black music, right? That's all it's really saying. So that's but that's so encompassing that it's like it became something else. Whereas like this British guy was like, we call that in UK urban R&B, which is racist. But
well, no, I mean these, as we've touched on before, that these
and he didn't reclaim rock. Someone said he reclaimed rock. He didn't reclaim rock. He just was it.
Who reclaimed rock? Prince?
Yeah, he just is it. It's not reclaiming.
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, artists don't really care about these things. They are making music that is meaningful to them. It is the industry and the media around the industry that's putting these labels on things so that the fans can know, if you like this artist, you'll probably like this artist, right? So you can find other people, right?
Yeah.
I mean, blues is the soil from which all American music comes, right? Like everything, right? Like country, rock, disco, everything ultimately goes back to the blues. The people who have maintained the closest connection to the old blues while still developing, to me, that's the world of R&B. It is a broad world, but so is hip hop, an incredibly broad world, right? Yeah. We know we're not in R&B if you start rapping and you're primarily not relating to the guitar and the keyboard, but sort of like the board itself becomes the main instrument, right? The turntable becomes the main instrument. So that, so hip hop has different relationship to rhythm, different relationship to song structure, different relation to instrumentation versus R&B. It still comes out of the blues, but there's other steps between them. But I mean, of course, R. Kelly and Prince, I mean, like, when you listen to, he made I Believe I Can Fly, and he made Adore. And
Yeah.
you telling me that these two people are not doing the same, are attempting the same thing?
No, because R. Kelly is more in the same space. He's more this. He's more in one space, whereas Prince is a wide space.
I mean, yes, Prince is broader genre-wise, but
We
like,
know exactly what an R. Kelly song sounds like in our head right now. Like we know the aesthetics of it. Whereas the aesthetics have changed with the Prince song as far as the aesthetics of it. But either way, I think they're just so widely different that it's like, come on now, when we talking about those people.
we want to do nigga want to do a versus R. Kelly versus Prince.
That's just crazy in general. But
crazy how you trying to run this fade?
I'm not taking R. Kelly's side. Like, who's taking R. Kelly's side of this shit? I'm not. Fuck all that.
God, even like, what if it was
I'll do Michael Jackson versus Prince, and I'll be
Michael Jackson
like
versus
Michael
Prince
Jackson.
would be crazy. You could do that.
We could do that shit. But I'm both of us are just as biased for the artists. I'm very biased against because I was Michael Jackson first growing up as a kid versus Prince. I was like a teenager when I really got into Prince. When I'm talking about Michael Jackson was just music to me at 5 years old. Like, go out there and dance for everybody, do the dance you saw.
What Michael song were you listening to at 5?
He did
like, where were you? Was he solo then?
Did Romania. He did the Romania when I was like 5 or 6.
But was he solo or was he was
it was Danger. Yeah, it was Danger.
The Jacksons.
No.
Dangerous?
Dangerous. I said Danger. Dangerous. Shit. That's
when you were 5? No.
I believe so. 6 or 5.
The Teddy Riley album was when you were 5?
Yeah, I think no. Let me make sure that I'm right.
Because I was working when that album came out.
Because I was working. I
had a job. I had a whole job. I think I was at MTV when that album came out.
That makes sense. Because we're like 14
But at the same
apart.
time, but I wanted to nail that down too. That's later Michael Jackson's second career, really third, because they had a baby career, then he had the midway career, Jackson's and Off the Wall, and then he had an adult career, and that's like late in the adult career. But I was watching the cartoon and listening to the Jackson 5 when I was 5 or 6. So that's the span of him that he's impacting us as 5, 6-year-olds in in entirely different periods.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about that whole.
But I mean, Prince versus MJ. I mean, if you had an actual judge, we ain't gonna do that bullshit that we did that with Jay and Kanye. Where actions, we ain't gonna do that again. Y'all were ridiculous.
Wait a minute, chat. You hear that, chat? You don't think y'all should be the judge?
Oh yeah, no, y'all were ridiculous. The judging on that was worse than when the U.S. lost to Russia in basketball in the Olympics in '72. Was like, what the fuck is going on?
They could just bring it up.
The refs are just ridiculous today.
First of all, just to put everything in perspective, when the Thriller music video,
niggas said my parents were sad when MJ died. Nigga, I was sad when MJ. Like, what are you talking about?
Me too. But I'm saying, to put everything in perspective, if this helps your timeline anyway, when the Thriller music video came out, not the album, when the music video came out, that's when I was born. That's when I was born. That's like when I came. That's
so
when
annoying.
I came into existence.
Mute his mic. Get him banned. Get him banned. Get him banned. We don't do that here. I was fucking. I think it was either 9th or 10th grade, and they played the Thriller video at the top of every hour. And we left school in the middle of the day and waited for 20 minutes till it got to the top of the hour so we could watch the Thriller video. It was like, holy, me and a bunch of boys from school was like, holy shit, like that was amazing. It was a little movie. They were fucking playing once an hour
on TV. That's crazy that they played it
I
once
might
an
have been
hour.
driving. I might have been driving in 9th, 10th grade. I might have been driving when Thriller came out. Yeah,
Could have been.
yeah.
But anyways, I think we're done here. In the UK Thriller video, all kids just talked about it. Yeah, true. We did that for Remember the Time video. Yes, we did.
Right. Yeah, right. This nigga reminded me too. Stevie Wonder. If Stevie Wonder's not R&B, like you're like Prince does every genre. Like, okay, Stevie Wonder does R&B.
I think that Stevie Wonder does rhythm and blues for real. I'm trying to make a difference thing between the hip hop adjacent R&B and what Stevie Wonder is doing, because I don't think you can say that R. Kelly makes the same music as Stevie Wonder. That's ridiculous.
So just I hate to do this at the end of the show.
Yeah.
When you said
I've been trying to end the show. You keep talking.
Hip hop adjacent R&B, right? That's what you call it, right? And I accept that is a real thing. But hip hop adjacent, what part of speech is hip hop adjacent in that?
What'd you say? What is what?
What part of speech is hip hop adjacent? It's an adjective.
Okay.
R&B is the noun. So even if it's hip hop adjacent R&B, it's still R&B. He's still singing around what happens with a guitar and a keyboard or a piano.
These niggas don't use guitars.
But piano, which is what Stevie Wonder.
You're saying that the overarching genre is this. We've already moved past that. I'm saying the sub.
That's Stevie Wonder, nigga.
Huh? No,
that's Stevie Wonder.
I think I would
he
put
says
him in.
R. Kelly was Stevie Wonder's son. Kind of. There's also Otis Redding. There's also Prince. There's other things within it.
There's a whole 80s R&B movement that changes the entire game from the 70s that makes way for the Keith Sweat generation of R&B that I'm talking about. The freaking hip hop R&B that I'm talking about.
New Jack Swing is absolutely one of R. Kelly's fathers.
You gotta go over there.
For sure.
There's subgenres in R&B, and that's all I'm trying to say. So when someone says
they're all in R&B.
I've never disputed.
So then we're back to so you got to compete with Stevie Wonder. You ain't fucking with Stevie Wonder.
No, I'm talking about when people say R. Kelly's the king. I don't think in their brain they're saying he's better than Prince, Michael Jackson, and Stevie Wonder.
I understand that, but they need to grapple with that.
They need to stop saying that, because I think they see
stop saying niggas is like slaves. Thank you. Good night.
$1 million in the bank.